Wouldn't it be great to play press man all the time? You know we can't. Sometimes you gotta play off man, and if you struggle with that, this video is for you. I'm gonna give you 3 ways you can improve your off man coverage right now. Talking about that today on DB Tip Clips. Who needs off man coverage, right? If you're from South Florida and you play high school football down here, you definitely think that way. South Florida DBs want to press everything, but you can't, all right? Sometimes you just don't need the offense to know that it's man-to-man coverage. Sometimes you just need to be off of a guy. And wouldn't it be great to have that other tool in your toolbox? Because sometimes you're going to run into a guy that you just can't press for whatever the reason. And I know for some of y'all, I might have just cursed at you, but it's the truth. And like I said, it's great to be able to attack a guy multiple ways. So if you're struggling with your off-man coverage, it's probably because you don't spend a lot of time working on it. But I'm going to give you 3 distinct things that you can do to improve that almost immediately. And then you continue doing them, and you could probably, believe this or not, turn into an elite off-man coverage guy. Wouldn't that be great? A great press guy who's also great off. Man, they'll be talking about you like Revis and Prime Time and all that good stuff. So you've definitely come to the right place. Before we do that though, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, what's taking you so long? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. And you see that little bell right there? Go ahead and hit that also. You need to be a subscriber to this channel if you play defensive back. Come on. Go ahead. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a next video. Also, if you're trying to take your game to the elite level as a defensive back, whatever that is, whether you're a safety or a nickelback or a cornerback, or you coach defensive backs, you definitely need to go ahead and jump into that All Eyes DB Camp members area. I have a link to it down below. Definitely check that out. It's the best investment you will ever make. So go ahead and do that right now. So let's jump into the topic at hand. 3 ways to improve your off-man coverage right now. Number 1, and this should come as no shock to you, you got to improve your footwork, okay? Maybe you spend a whole bunch of your time working on your press man footwork. You're out there with the bands and you're doing all types of press man stuff. You're gonna have to improve your overall footwork to be really good at off-man coverage. So that means you're gonna have to get really good with your back pedal. And I know there's some coaches out there that are saying, oh, you don't need to back pedal anymore. Man, don't listen to that, all right? Unless it's your coach and he's telling you he doesn't want you to back pedal. Well, you gotta do that, all right? You gotta go with that if that's what he wants, all right? If your coach is out there, I do need to tell you this, stop with that movement, okay? Stop having your guys opened up already. It's not the way to go. The essence of playing man-to-man coverage, whether you're pressing or playing off, is staying square, and your back pedal allows you to do that. So you're gonna have to get really good at your back pedal. I've got a couple of videos on this channel giving you distinct ways that you can be really, really good at that. You're gonna have to get good in that back pedal. You're gonna have to be able to weave. You're gonna have to be able to open and come out of your breaks. All of these things are absolutely necessary, obviously, when you're playing off man and a guy's closing your cushion or he's trying to work your leverage. You know, when there's a bunch of space there, you gotta be able to cut routes off, maintain your leverage, and of course, get out of your breaks when that receiver makes his break, in, out, curl, come back, whatever it is he's doing. You got to be able to have really good feet, quick feet, get him in the ground, get out of those breaks, and drive that receiver. And all of that's going to come from you improving your footwork. All right. And like I said, I have a bunch of videos here, and I even talk about it in depth in the All Eyes DB Camp members area, the little things that you can do to improve your footwork and the type of footwork you're going to need to be good at to be good at off-man coverage. So that's number 1, improve your footwork. Number 2, and this is definitely super important, it is improve your eye discipline, all right? Eye discipline is the essence of man coverage. It is even more important when you're playing off. When you're playing off, there's a tremendous amount of space in between you and the wide receiver. So there's more and more opportunity for your eyes to catch other things that may be around in the area. When you improve your eye discipline, you're able to lock yourself in on the hip or the part of the wide receiver that you need to study to get a clue as to what he's running, and the part of the receiver you need to react to if and when he breaks off his route. So eye discipline is definitely something that you need to develop. It's going to, along with your footwork, get you to that receiver as fast as possible. It's going to allow you to cut off routes, and it's definitely going to allow you to be able to come downhill and react fast enough to those wide receiver moves. And of course, the eye discipline helps you when there are double moves. You get double moves when you play off-man coverage. You can get a sluggo, you can get a out and up, you can get a come back and go. If you've got really, really good eye discipline and you know how to drive the receiver when he makes his break and not throw your eyes immediately to the quarterback, you don't get fooled on those type of things, and you're able to stay in that receiver's hip pocket and be there when the ball is thrown. A lot of times those type of balls are underthrown, and if you find yourself in good position because of your eye discipline, when you get your head around, you're going to find yourself a nice little prize, and that's a football coming right at you that you need to go ahead and catch and turn what they thought was a big play into a big play for the defense. So number 2 is improving your eye discipline. Number 3, and this is one that maybe my young DBs aren't really into, but you need to get into it right now, and that is study film. There's no easier and better way for you to be able to cut off routes, anticipate routes, and drive routes than to know that they're coming before they actually come. For you to actually know something that's going to happen before it happens ought to really, really excite you, just in life in general. But at playing defensive back, man, if you know a guy's going to run an out route before he runs it, wouldn't you get there sooner? If you know that comeback is coming, if you know that dig route or curl route is coming, or you got a speedster and you know when he's going to the post, it's awesome to know those things. And that's what studying film is going to do. So one of the biggest things you can do to improve your off-man coverage is study film, because now you're going to be a little bit more relaxed when you're off, because it's going to take some time for that receiver to get to you. And if you can read his route, or you can read his split, or you can read the formations ahead of time and then watch him come off the ball and have a pretty good idea of what he's going to run, you're going to find yourself falling in love with off-man coverage a little bit, because the clues can be a little bit stronger when you're playing off-man than when you're playing press. When you're up there playing press, you are, for lack of a better term, pressed. All right, the moment that guy starts making a move, your mind can start moving at 100 miles an hour, and then it's harder to notice things as they're happening. When you pull off and you're playing off man, whether that's 7-1 or 7-2 or 8-1, by those numbers I mean 7 yards off and a yard inside, etc., etc., you have a little bit more time to digest what's happening and to gather a little bit more information before it's time for you to react, whether that's break on a ball downhill or open up and run on a deep route. You have a little more time to read what's going on. And if you've studied film and you can match that up with what you see that receiver doing as he runs that route, you're going to find yourself able to be where you need to be a little bit more often than when you're playing press man. See, when you play press man, it's a lot more of the physical attributes at work. There is the intelligence part of it and understanding what the receiver is trying to do to you, but it's a lot more of the physical at work. When you're playing off, you can use a little bit more of your intelligence, and if you're really good physically, now you've got the makings of someone that can be really, really locked down. So now that you have a little more space between you, if you understand the routes that are going on, that are happening, and how they're being run, you've got a little bit more time to digest the information and cut routes off and anticipate routes and jump routes. And you know what? If you're really good at off-man, you stand a chance to get more interceptions than you do when you press. When you press, you've got your back to the quarterback 99% of the time, and it's really hard for you to get that head around and judge that ball. When you're playing off-man, there are situations where you're going to be coming downhill now, and you'll have better breaks, and you'll be able to see the ball coming if you're getting close to that wide receiver. And again, you guys might fall in love with this off-man coverage if you start to master it a little bit, and it'll be great for you to be able to do both of those things. So, number 3 is study film. Understand route concepts, route combinations, and splits, and how all those things affect what the offense is doing and what the wide receivers are trying to run. That's it. 3 very simple things that you can start doing right now to improve your off-man coverage. Hey, before you guys go, if you guys have watched enough football, who do you guys think out there right now is the best at off-man coverage? I'd love to hear from you guys. And it'll also show me what guys are really, really watching ball out there and studying these defensive backs. What guys out there right now playing in the NFL or maybe even college football do you think are the best at playing off-man coverage right now? I'd like to hear that. So go ahead and drop that in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, guys, and share this video for other defensive backs that may need it. So drop it on your social media, do all those great things, get it out there, and don't forget to drop that comment. Also, don't forget to drop in and check out the All Eyes DB Camp members area. Like I said, it's a great place for you to go if you're trying to take your game to the next level. Over 200 videos and posts on all types of things. That's me explaining the coverages, breaking down coverage technique, There's tips, there's tricks, there's drills, there's all types of stuff in there for the advanced guy out there that can take his game to the next level. So I don't care if you're a youth ball player, a high school football player, college football player, professional, whatever level you're playing at, got stuff in there for everyone that you can take to the bank and help you cover up all these wide receivers that are racking up all these yards and all these quarterbacks that are throwing for all these touchdowns. And these offenses scoring 40 points left and right. Yo, that stuff's pissing me off. It doesn't piss you off? Well, good. I hope it does. And we can do something about it together if you join me in that All Eyes DB Camp members area. So hit the link in the description down below and let's get this thing done. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And until next time, and as always, All Eyes DB Camp, consistency breeds results.